if you have been actively trading for the past 3 weeks, you will observe that the Forex market has been very unstable, especially for the US dollar pairs. But what I have observed is that the Japanese yen pairs have been performing very well. So I concentrate my energy on trading the Japanese yen pairs. In this video, I am going to review the Japanese yen pairs to see how we can trade this new week, and also follow it up throughout the month of January. If you come to the terminal, you will see that the terminal has positioned the US dollar as the strongest currency pair. The British pound is still number 2. But if you come to the bottom, you will see that the Japanese yen pair has continued to be weakened. New Zealand dollar is another weak one, and then Swiss franc. So these are the currencies, and the setups are there. For USDJPY, GBPJPY, we have been buying. So let's quickly go to the chart and look at these opportunities. Let's start with the GBPJPY pair. From my previous analysis, you know that I called this trade somewhere around here. It came back, we re-entered, and then the third opportunity was there. So the last trade we took has been in profit along the way. Okay, if you go the higher time frame like the monthly and look at it from the monthly time frame, I told you guys when we started trading from this black line to expect the market to at least push to this level. If you calculate the distance from the black line to our target, initial target, we are seeing around 1,700 pips. So that is the number of pips we have been trying to get. So we've traded and traded. That is monthly time frame. But another thing I am seeing on the JPY pairs, if the market should ever, as it is pushing, which I am very sure it will get to that point, once it breaks this point, retest, then know that we are going to have a very long ride in early 2026. Okay, and that will mean how many pips? If you calculate from this distance to that point, we still have up to 2,000 pips to catch on GBPJPY. So make sure that you are following this trade effectively. And the reason that is going to happen is that the macro rating, the Japanese yen, continue to be very weak, as you can see clearly from this ranking. The US dollar is strong. Other currencies are ahead of the Japanese yen. For this week, at least this market is going to push to this black line, which is our target from where we started trading. So what can you do? We still have up to 400 pips to cut, and this can complete this week. So you need to know what to do. If you come to the daily time frame where I look for trade entry, you can see that the market is pushing and there is no correction, as the case may be, because it already broke out of this resistance level and it is pushing. There are two ways. If you're a day trader, you can go to the 15 minutes time frame to look for a pullback, then you join the trade. But for those that are swing traders, you need to be patient and wait for maybe a correction on the daily time frame. If anything can happen like this, that is going to be a smooth one. If I see a correction like this, then we're going to catch that peak again. For now, we keep on holding some of the running positions. If you come to the 4-hour time frame, for those of you that are watching right now, and based on the momentum, you can join this trade, keep your stop loss below this level and wait. But ideal entry would be for us to wait for a correction back, and that is going to be a major correction and set the pace for the next movement. You can ride in the trend for at least 500 pips. That is for the GBPJPY. If you look at AUDJPY, so here we have the chart of the Australian dollar against the Japanese yen. Entry for our last trade was around here. You can see it. So the trade is riding in that profit. We are approaching the first take profit target with a risk reward ratio of 3-to-1. So whatever dollar that you're risking, you are aiming for at least $3. And one thing I have also noticed, anytime you are trading the JPY pairs, target at least 3 times of it for the take profit, because the Japanese yen pairs move very fine when it is time. So for now on the AUDJPY, there is no entry except you are a day trader or you're a scalper. Then you can go to 15 minutes time frame, and I don't really like going to the 15 minutes time frame because I feel that the 15 minutes time frame is just noise. So what is happening on the 4 hours? Let this particular movement complete, then wait for a correction, then the next movement can happen. And if the next movement happens, what can you do? This is where I asked us to target from where it is now to this zone. If you look at this trade from where the market is to our first target, at least 300 pips is waiting for you on AUDJPY. If you have taken 2 JPY pairs, you can look to take another currency pair and make sure that you are only using it for diversification purposes. purpose. If the market gets here and break this level, our next target, if you come back to the monthly time frame, if it breaks this level, then we will be aiming for a higher movement. But for now, let's concentrate on catching that trend. For now, there is no entry, except if you're a day trader, you can go to the lower time frame. But I would rather wait for a correction before I join that pair. Now the other one is USDJPY. The US dollar Japanese yen looks very good. Our last trade was triggered around this level and it has already gone to a very great position. Now what you can expect, the next movement should be this. Wait for it to correct to the 61.8 Fibonacci level. Then you can join the trade. Stop loss, you can use the Weldds Terminal to look for the entry and the exit. You can place a buy limit at 155.678. Okay, so we are going to take it as a buy limit. The take profit one will be 156.88. TP2, TP3, you can see it on the screen. And then the lot size is based on the account size we are using. Someone that has a $10,000 account, risking only 2% will be $200. Okay, and the lot size will be 0.27. But if your account size is 1,000, you can use 0.02 or 0.03.